It's going down. Well, I'm a cat tone, just a holy nigga on your damn street. Jumping, bumping, every car off in this damn thing. Throwing the balls up at these soldiers, screaming and bleeding from their nose. But when we start this flow, we make them niggas hit the flow. Ain't no game off in this thing. We be deep off in your party. All our niggas getting started. And when niggas be the hardest. So if a nigga coming right, they back and strike a hoe. Punch him dead up in his throat and stomp his ass out to the floor.
Now we knocking and bucking and ready to fight. I bet ya I was all those days I was a specific twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. They call up, it ain't no stopping. Thank you like said I was a killer and the son of Bin Laden. I just said he got popping and I am acting a fool. I wish I had a wicked clock up on this crime I prove. Not enough is enough. Why run and get stuck? Why love is a must? Why no? If you fuck, why?
Jumping off from on the stage, throwing bro like Johnny Cage. All my niggas throwing rocks, knocking down a barricade. In the movie, B2 and MOBs, go elite. Flawless niggas, flawless, you be tallest, getting close to me. Bullets buzzing, guns bleed. Rapping in your city street. Broken bones, lay alone, scattered across the concrete. Making if you bugging, you be ducking if you get too close. In my eyes, you wasn't wise, I take this time, I know you hoe.
I come in the club, shaking my dreads, throwing these hoes and busting these heads. Picture irrelevant, press on my wrist, expensive, back up, I think you believe. I'm in a diamond, committing no crime. I leave the trace, and I'm leaving the line. We looking at better, cause I got a knife. I blow you away, cause you wasting my time. Stupid ass niggas, I know what to do. I waste your ass, you cover my crew. I'm doing you had, so what should you do? You talking about me, then I'm talking to you. You taking no answer with it in your flesh. You pressing on me, that shit don't get nasty. I'm cold in the ice, and I'm freezing my head. I started your city with you, can I tell?
No, if you bought wide, but you better come and quit. I got some shit up in my trunk that's gonna make your body feel hollow tip. Buzzing out the real soon as I hit the dough. Anybody make a pause, move their bodies on the floor. Fucking with no hoes, ain't never been no lane. Ain't never been no pussy niggas scared to go to night. Like, five more niggas up in this bitch. Break red records, I represent. Fucking with them HB niggas, you bout to get your wig split. Dub, pussy, walk, 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 dub, pussy, dub, pussy, dub, pussy, walk, dub, if you walk, dub, if you walk, dub, 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 if you walk, boy.
What's going on, Conscious crew? Let me check these mother loving likes and see what these likes is, because it's almost 200 y'all up in the building. It's almost 200 y'all up in the building. And let me see if y'all playing in my face with these likes. Hold on. 100? That ain't girl. That ain't bad. Y'all making progress, girl. But we're gonna need at least about 50, 70 more likes, honey. 103 is cute, girl. We halfway there. But I know that y'all are not special and y'all are not unique, girl. So y'all are full-bodied, able-bodied individuals, and I need y'all to take them same fingers y'all be using to pleasure yourselves when them dick appointments be running dry and them coochie oochie appointments be running dry, girl, and slide them same fingers that go in your pants or under your skirt right on up to the thumbs up button, girl, and support. So let's go ahead and run another track, girl, while y'all pile into the sanctuary and get these likes up.
Oh my God, Ronnie. White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse. Hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch. I do not sniff it to roll it. It do not jump when I pull it. I do not run, I reload it. I do not save it, I throw it. White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse. Hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch. Please stop stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. That fit look like you bought it at the kiosk. And they got a nerve to ask why she hot. Why you counting all that money that we got? I ain't worried about no basic bitches. All y'all look like still fly spirit. All y'all must have looked in the mirror. All y'all looking but the windows send it like, hi bitch. I don't know what made all y'all haters. Hi bitch. Play if you want, but you know I ain't playing like white J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse. Hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch. I do not sniff it, the bullet. It do not drip when I pull it. I do not run, I reload it. I do not save it, I throw it. White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse. Hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch, hi bitch.
They still hating.
I look at you and think,
Gotta admit it, like, hi bitch. I said, hi bitch. I'm sure these likes ain't too satisfactory, girl, so I'm gonna continue to run the records.
Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock. Pull the 6 out, winter time, dropping the top. Give it to that pussy ass, turn the shit up a notch. Gucci flip-flops, make a kick rocks. This a big clock, check the wristwatch. Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock. Bad baby, got these bitches bustin' for cash. Cash, try to play me, bitch, I'm bustin' your ass. Lot of gun sounds, rolling bust down. Know why these bitches mad? Cause they trash and they fucking for cash. Too official, blow the whistle, bitch, I'm fly as a bird. Take a picture, get your issue, bitch, a dime a word. Walk in the bank, look it up, poke that bitch with a shank, fuck it up. I'm about to lunch your bag, make a double bag and grab a tag. Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock. Pull the 6 out, winter time, dropping the top. Give it to that pussy ass, turn the shit up a notch. Gucci flip-flops, make a kick rocks. This a big clock, check the wristwatch. Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock.
I got big walk, pussy, y'all, I'm real rich. 6 cars, 2 houses, and I'm still rich. If you sweet, 1 car, hit the kill switch. We'll be cool, I ain't worried about your little bitch, nigga. That little chain that you rockin', that's so little to me. Talking shit but wanna fuck, that's so little to me. Cause for that bitch, she got a virginity. Cause then she gon' really be in it. Because if this on my rock for the enemies. But if you wasn't mistake me.
Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock. Pull the 6 out, winter time, dropping the top. Give it to that pussy ass, turn the shit up a notch. Gucci flip-flops, make a kick rocks. This a big clock, check the wristwatch. Gucci flip-flops, fucking hit your bitch in my socks. This a big watch, diamonds dripping off of the clock.
I think I want one more round. I think I just want one more round. This is one old nasty piece of encore from the colonizer girl.
Yeah, please.
They try to do it like this, so I did it like that. Real ass bitch won't say shit back. If I ever took an L, we gon' run that back. I ain't stopping till the shoot was me, not that. G's got a little back out. Got a comb, had to keep a little track up. 2 close to me, you with the back up. Who you supposed to be, don't make me act up. Don't talk to me, talk to the cash up. I'm still a petty ass bitch, I ain't past that. I'm still a ready ass bitch, you can catch that. I'm still a gas ass bitch with a mask at. I got plenty of jewels on my wrist. I got plenty of jewels on my line. I got all this money to go get. Can't nobody do it like me. Do it like this. Do it like me. Do it like this. Do it like me. Do it like this. Do it like me. Do it like. Can't nobody do it like me. Do it like this. 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 Bad bitch, what up, Jenny? Buzz down, blooded, petty, iced out, automatic lifestyle. Gotta have it. Been on my bucket jacket. Word was like you can have it. I ain't never been that average. Trust me, I'm a fucking savage. You ain't never met shit like me before. Got a whole lot of drip in the bank, bro. Penthouse at the top where you can't go. I ain't got no time for no snack. I got plenty of jewels on my wrist. I got plenty of jewels on my line. I got all this money to go get. Can't nobody do it like me. Do it like this.
Girl, I will torture y'all all night with these colonizer tracks, girl. All night long, girl. All night long, girl. Okay? And to the heathens, girl, who be like, girl, why you be playing all this music in the beginning? Because I don't give a fuck. Girl, why your live streams be so long sometimes? Because I don't give a fuck and you ain't got to have your whack black ass over here. That's why. That's why, boo. It's called Consciouztv, not our TV, not your TV, but Consciouztv. That's why. I don't know why hoes don't realize that you can grab your coat, your pocketbook, your peacoat, and your panty loafers and haul ass in peace, baby. And you ain't got to make no motherfucking announcement on the way out the door, because I don't give a fuck. That's how it goes over here, okay? You can't do it better because you can't do it at all. Just remember that. You can't do it better and you can't do it at all. And moving along. What's going on, Conscious Crew? I know I am coming to you guys loud, live, and in color, girl. I told y'all retrograded snatching hoes, toupees, lace closures, hairlines. It's sitting relaxes back 40 years, girl. Okay, so it's gonna be bald-headed whole shit going on all month long, child. Okay. But I want to thank y'all for being here in the sanctuary, girl. Go ahead and, file into the sanctuary, girl. Y'all know that the first 4 pews of the church, they are the quickest to go, girl, because everybody got to get next to the anointing, child. But my ushers, a.k.a. my moderators, will help you guys to find your seating. They will give you proper instructions, so please take heed to them. And they just want to ensure that you have a safe and fulfilling stay here in the Consciouztv sanctuary, girl. Before we get into the thick of it, go ahead and continue to run those thumbs up, because you guys know that person like on the video definitely blows the fucking algorithm apart, girl. This is how you can support your favorite commentator, okay? Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because if I like it, you're going to absolutely love it, girl. And shout out to all 1,300 new subbies on the platform, girl. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Okay. Also, you need to make sure that you have your notification bell set to all, because you never know what day or hour the king shall be kinging. And if you don't mind, please go ahead and take it one step further and share the stream out. You guys know that I have retired monogamy, girl. I am polyamory and polygamy, girl. That's my swag. That's my G, okay? That's my shit, okay? So you can't be stingy with this cootie cat or yours. You got to share me out, okay? I know I'm thick like grease, bitch. Cakes, fat, everything juicy, girl, okay? But I want to introduce you all to a new way of living, because there's more than enough CTV to go around for everybody, baby, okay? Okay? Oh, yes, there is, girl, okay? So, with no further ado, girl, let's push the fuck on through. I don't want to keep you guys here long. We will have a special guest entering into the conversation, okay? So you definitely want to stick around for all of that. And yeah, with no further ado, let's push the fuck on through. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, you guys? So apparently this is Retribution Week, girl. This is Retribution Week, baby. Okay, I don't know what Miss Wino girl done did, what Miss Kibi done did, girl, what Miss 27 Piece done did in her past life, girl. But the reparations are serious, girl. So we got to bring you guys some more news, girl, regarding Miss Kibi's and her so-called good friend Larry Reid, girl. There is a lot that's going on. There is a lot that has been going on. There are some things that I'm going to divulge to you guys in this dialogue that you never heard before. And I hope what you guys keep learning about all of my recent commentary is that as viewers, you guys literally only know the half of it. You guys literally have no idea about all of the slick, crazy, snake conniving, backstabbing, bald-headed hoe, raggedy shit that goes on behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes, girl, okay? There's a lot of Hunger Games, girl. There's been times that I have felt like, you know, I was in the Game of Thrones, bitch. Very fiery, girl, okay? Just, it'd be the criminality of it all for me, okay? So I want you to brace yourselves. My guests will be coming in, you know, when they feel like it on this commentary, but they will be coming in before I wrap up this commentary, girl. Now, you guys know that we just got finished exposing Tasha K for the lying ass sack of shit that she is, okay, which I would have had no problem letting her live, but ain't no nigga and no bitch on this platform gonna come for my character without getting chin check, okay? So it's just best that you just leave me alone, okay? Just flee the plantation, girl, find the Underground Railroad, and just make your way on out and find your exit, okay? Just leave me out of it, okay? So when you put me in it, then we gotta be in it, and then that's when things gonna get gully and things gonna get real rough, and then I'm gonna win because folk who fuck with me actually love me, unlike how they feel about Tasha K, okay? But we're gonna get a little bit into that as well, girl, okay? So I gotta take you guys all the way back before I can bring you guys all the way up, okay? I'm gonna read from my description box real quick, okay? Because I just gave a nasty rundown, girl. Hold on, let's give a nasty rundown, girl. My description box, girl. Okay, and we're gonna get into it. So I need you guys to follow. I need you guys to listen well. Listen with intention, girl. Okay, because you know that's key here. Listening with intention. Okay. Now things. Oh, matter of fact, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, girl. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So things have been on the rocks for a while now between media mogul Reid live and smaller YouTuber UnWineWithTashaK. From a string of events that have certainly left at least Tasha K's part of the friendship in total question and in a state of total chaos. The recently sued YouTuber posted some questionable and slanderous things about her alleged friend today that we'll get into here. And I'll break it all down for you all. So there's no stone left unturned. All views and opinions expressed here are just that and fall under my First Amendment right and right to scrutinize public figures of any kind. So any problem you have, take it up with your mammy and not with me. Okay? So Tasha K went live on her app and she made Bishop Whitehead's lawsuit against Dr. Larry Reid live a part of her roster. Okay? And all I can say is, my God, today. Okay? My God, today. But before I get into the bald-headed whole antics of today, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the rockiness of Tasha K and Larry Reid's relationship up to this part, okay? So there was a situation that happened a few months ago regarding YouTuber Armand Wiggins and Jason Lee, okay? You guys know that Sarah Lee Crenshaw Unlocked, Hollyweird Unlocked, had went on vacation, girl, okay? And allegedly had prompted Armand Wiggins to do his show, his gag show, for a week or two, or whatever it was, girl. I don't know how many times Armand did the show, but I know he did the damn show. Well, allegedly, there was some controversy. There was some miscommunications and misunderstandings, okay? Armand Wiggins had confined in Larry Reid Live about those issues, okay? Now, ever since Christmas melee of 2021, okay, the infamous fallout between everybody and all the shit that hit the fan last year on Christmas weekend on my platform, Ever since then, Larry Reid has been trying to get Tasha K and Armand Wiggins to a applicable place, okay? A place where they can have some decent and mutual respect for one another, okay? And this was the healing that had been going on behind the scenes, all right? So Larry was working at Tasha and Armand, building trust again and just starting over and giving each other a chance. And Larry is a big stickler for hope and humanity, girl, and living in this progressive Christian utopian, girl, okay? So he's all for the coming together of it all, okay? Sometimes his hope is almost sinful, if you will, okay? Sometimes it gets them in trouble just being some hopeful, okay? But no revolutionary human being does not take risk, okay? So amidst the strategy of getting Tasha K and Armand Wiggins to harmonize, there were things that Larry, as a referee between the two, were sharing and conveying to the two in order to build upon this new trust that they possibly could have. So when Armand had confined in Larry Reid about the Jason Lee situation, Larry decided that this was a great opportunity to then share some of this stuff with Tasha K, because Tasha K allegedly had warned Armand Wiggins about Jason Lee some time ago, and it was kind of vindication for her, etc., 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 girl. Okay? But Larry had asked permission, of course, from Armand to share this with Tasha, and Armand had gave him the green light. Now, Tasha was not supposed to share what Larry shared with her. But because Tasha K is untrustworthy, backstabbing, and you couldn't save her if you literally tied and double knotted the rope around her ass to keep her from drowning, okay? She would manage to drown any fucking way. What she did is take it as an opportunity to then gag Jason Lee. So she transferred that information that was only supposed to be kept between her, Larry, and Armand in this new attempt to build some trust and solidarity. And she slid that information over to the left, to the Wiley Show, who put the shit on blast for all to hear. Okay? So that was a whole situation. Okay? So Larry had to double back around and clean that up because folk were dragging him. They were saying he was messy, but they had no idea that Larry had permission from Armand and that there was a relationship building exercise that had been happening since Christmas of 2021. Okay? People didn't know that because Armand, Tasha, Noah, Larry had made that public. All right? All right. So that was the first time that Larry had to side eye the fuck out of Drunken K, girl. Hennessy K. Okay? And that was the first breach of confidentiality, okay? And of course, Hennessy K did what she always does. She turned into a ball of tears and went on this apology tour and cried aloud and act like her intentions weren't malicious and weren't shady. And, she just got caught up and comfortable because her and Wiley talk all the time. And it just, felt natural to just to divulge this information. They're just pussy popping, girl. Drunk pussy popping all day long, girl. Just pussy popping off the brown liquor. Okay? But Larry took it in stride. He took it in stride. Okay? Fast forward. Me and Tasha get into it. Okay? And Tasha thinks that she's gagging me by telling me that money that I helped Larry to raise to pay regarding a litigation he was involved in a few years ago was actually completely covered by the lawyer who had made the $25,000 mistake. That lawyer would be Ogre, the same lawyer who made the $3.4 million fucking mistake on Tasha's behalf. Okay? But what Tasha didn't know, while she was being pretentious and she was being arrogant and she was thinking that she knew more about my mentor's business than I did, especially since I covered the fucking litigation from the inside and the outside on my own platform. I covered the litigation. I covered the ins and outs of the litigation. But, you know, I let her and her 27 piece think that they were the wisest amongst the land, girl. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the weaviest of them all? Okay, I let her have that. But then my mentor dropped down and immediately had to affirm the fact that, yes, Tasha, unfortunately, you were misled. And you were misled intentionally, because not only is what CTV completely accurate and true, that that $25,000 tab had to be paid. And yes, I had to pay into it. But you were literally gagged because Ogre, the same woman that you were, for whatever reason, defending against CTV. You can't defend a paid bitch to CTV. You can't defend the help to CTV. How dare you call a bitch? You gotta pay to be in your... I'm not even going there. I already done dragged this woman. It is what it is, girl. Moving along, girl. Okay? So, Larry let it be known that not only did Ogre lie to Tasha about covering the entire $25,000 error, but Ogre also instructed Larry to not tell Tasha that she did so, because according to Ogre, allegedly, Tasha has a big ass fucking mouth and can't keep and hold fucking water. So both Larry and Ogre told Tasha a half-ass truth. Okay? Because Tasha's character and integrity doesn't afford anybody around her to tell them or to tell her all of their actual fucking business. See, when this whole thing blew up and there were people saying that, oh my God, we warned y'all. Y'all didn't have to warn us, bitch. We was playing chess with this hoe while she was playing checkers. We was triangulating her, bitch. She wasn't triangulating us. That's why she ended up with egg on her face. That's why she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. We always been clear, girl. It was nothing. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Okay. So, as a result of Tasha K getting gagged by me and then making her employee drop me down, which I decided to leave because, bitch, I've been kicked out of better. Okay? I've been kicked out of better than a 2-star ass YouTube platform, girl. So I left willingly because I had to be begged to come over there to begin with, girl. So that was my cue to whore ass, girl. I left my pocketbook and left my heels on the table, bitch. That's how ready I was to get up out of there. Nonetheless, okay, Tasha became unhinged, girl. She started growing a rat tail. Part of her relaxer started turning into 4C hair and sprouted into a damn afro, girl. She started to jump up out of this damn musky robe she was in, girl. And she started threatening to expose Larry. She really thought that she was onto something. She really thought that she had something over Larry, girl. And she was just jumping at the opportunity to finally make him look like a crook and to make him look like an imbecile and to make him look corrupted, okay? Because misery loves company. Misery loves company, girl. Okay? And Tasha just couldn't stand, okay, that Larry Reid lives a clean-cut life across the fucking board. She couldn't stand it, girl. So she was waiting at her opportunity to blemish his reputation. So she was jumping all out of the seat, girl. Oh, Larry, you better tell the truth, girl. So Larry had dropped down on my live because I had went live immediately. Okay, I had went live immediately, girl, to finish up my sentiments. Larry had dropped down, girl. He didn't hit that whole live first. He hit my live stream first, girl. First and foremost, to vindicate me. because I'm always on the right side, which is the truth, girl. I don't know where the rest of these other girls are, but I'm always on the right side of the fence, girl. Okay? And Tasha came into my stream while Larry Reid is letting it be known that no, Ogre lied. Matter of fact, we both lied. Matter of fact, she encouraged me to lie because she didn't trust you. And because she's my lawyer, I took her professional advice to not tell you the whole truth. So she wanted me to tell you that, you know, she paid the $25,000 tab in full. So that's what I told you. But the truth was she only paid a quarter of that. We still had to raise money and come out of pocket and pay the rest of that. She only paid some of that $25K. Okay, boo? So Tasha K was all in the chat before Larry even confessed that, saying, you better tell them the truth, Larry. You better tell them the truth, Larry. You better tell them the truth, or I'ma have to. So then when he told her the truth, when he clocked her motherfucking ass, okay, when he kickballed them boiled eggs in her fucking face, then she turned around and wanted to double down on the tears and the crocodile tears all over again. Oh, I didn't know it, and oh my God, and you know, I'm just so stressed out, and I gotta move to Florida, and Cardi B got all my money, and I don't know what's going on, and oh my God, Larry, and I'm telling you, Really? Really? Okay, so she played all them bald-headed hoe games. And ever since then, I believe Larry been side-eyeing her. Okay? Because why in the hell would you, even if you felt you had the truth, even if you felt like you knew what the hell you was talking about, why would you just jump out of the window and just be ready to throw me under the bus based upon information you believe you have on me that you clearly been sitting on? Because that was another shiesty part. You had Ogre tell you this, but you didn't even ask Larry if it was true, because the reality is you were holding on to it for a moment like this. For a moment like this. And it's okay and it's all right. It's okay and it's all right. So she turns into a ball of tears, makes up all these excuses. She's calling me, she's texting me. I'm sending her the voicemail, giving her the StreamYard link, because I don't let motherfuckers embarrass themselves publicly in a fight with me without cleaning it up publicly, okay? I don't want no private conversation about some shit that transpired publicly. Okay, so you can hit the link, or you can go and relax your hair again. Either or, boo. Okay, because we not friends to the ends, baby. You're not my buddy. You're not my pal. We're not associates, girl. You are a YouTube acquaintance, and I'm not pressed at all. Okay? So I had to send her to the block, girl, 57 trillion 11 times, honey. Send her to the voicemail 50 trillion times, child. The night finally came to an end. But, girl, listen to this. Listen to this, girl. Is y'all ready? Y'all got your seatbelt? Y'all do you got your seatbelt on, bitch? Do you have your seatbelt on? Is you ready? Is you ready, girl? Are you looking? Do you got the rear view mirrors and everything properly positioned? Baby, that following morning, after the shenanigans of that day, at this point, Hennessy K is feeling embarrassed. She got sunned by a smaller YouTuber, and then who she believes is her friend, who's actually the mentor and good friend of the smaller content creator that sunned her, came to my defense and also divulged another truth that clearly embarrassed the shit out of her, which was that her own lawyer conspired against her after she just spent all that time defending Olga to my presence. So she's now marinating. And she also doesn't have the luxury at this point of cleaning it up with me because I'm not hearing it from her. So what Miss Kibi doesn't know that Larry knows and that I know is that she tried to weaponize another smaller content creator who happens to be Armand Wiggins' best friend. She calls this content creator a content creator who has done nothing but drag the living follicles off of every aspect of her head. Damn near committed his entire platform to dragging the Kibi Studios, its affiliates, its employees, and all, baby. She calls this content creator herself. Calls him herself. And tries to get this content creator to take to his live and put Larry on blast for living a double life and being sexually and romantically involved with men, including myself. Tried to get this content creator to do her dirty work for her and get him to use his platform to put out these salacious lives, girl. That Larry been flying me out on a red night and fucking me all in my pussy, all up in these high-price ass hotels and Airbnbs, baby. Doing the most. But she didn't want the content creator to tell anyone that he had got this information from her. Now, when Larry called me about the plot that thickened, I told him that that content creator is good friends with Armand Wiggins. And so you should get on the phone with Armand Wiggins and ask him why is his best friend about to allegedly go forth and put out these tall tales and these lies. Because guess who caught Larry and put him onto the plot? Tasha K herself. After she had got finished gassing up this other content creator to put these lies out about Larry, she calls Larry and says, Larry, hey, boo, this the morning after she done got kickballed in the face by boiled eggs by me and Larry. Hey, Larry, I just want to let you know that I just got a little word on the curb. That there's this content creator that's about to put out some really scandalous information about you and is about to put out that you live in a double life and that you are gay and that you are with all of these men and you're flying them out and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I just want to let you know, I just want to put you up on game. Now, she says this to Larry while never disclosing to him that she's the fucking one who has created this whole entire scandal against him. Larry wouldn't even have been able to figure out the moving puzzle pieces had he not thankfully called me and told me what was going on. And I told him that he needed to call Armand and have Armand link him with his best friend. And there was a three-way exchange between Larry, Armand, and that best friend, where that best friend divulged the entire plot to Larry. Gave him everything about his communications with Miss Kibi. Was shooketh. And let me tell you what the gag is. Larry never said nothing to Tasha about it. Larry continued to play chess. Didn't let her know, didn't question her, didn't say nothing to her. Hell, he talked to her again that day about some other shit that ain't had nothing to do with all of this. And would you have it? That same night that she was acting like she was still his friend, but she was secretly really on her get back against Larry because her ego and her narcissism had been interrupted, and she was now on her narcissistic rage shit. Because you know you cannot bruise the ego of a narcissist without paying the penalty for it. You can't bruise the ego of a narcissist without the suffering and the calamity and the abuse that follows. A narcissist's entire identity is predicated upon a illusionary self, a false self. Everything that they are is wrapped up into this fake image of themselves, this persona that they've created. So when they get exposed, they have an adverse reaction to accountability and to truth and to people seeing them for who they are. And the only way they can remedy being exposed is by attempting to expose you, even if it's exposing lies. Anything to deflect from the reality you just seen of the narcissist. So she immediately went into her get back after she couldn't make it up with me because I slammed it on her face. Wouldn't let her make it up with me. Wouldn't let her play these bald-headed whole games behind the scenes. I didn't give her that luxury. And now she done been sunned the night before. Now, this content creator, who she tried to weaponize against Larry, Tasha has never, ever, never interacted with this boy. Even shaded, talk shit about this boy. But ironically, the day she decides to plot against Larry, but it doesn't fall through because luckily, this content creator decides not to move forward in the bullshit now that he's gotten an understanding about what's happening. So what she tried to do to keep him from spilling the beans that he had already spilled earlier that day was hop on his platform. And she hopped on his platform for 2-3 nights in a motherfucking row because she was trying to put added insurance on his ass, not exposing her ass and dropping the tea that she tried to weaponize him against Larry and myself. Y'all had never seen Tasha on this particular content creator's platform. No other time, baby. Content creator done dragged the shit out of Chelsea, dragged the shit out of Storm and Road, dragged the shit out of Tasha K. Ironically, the morning she tries to weaponize this content creator against Larry and myself, she hits the link and gives him a 2-3 day extravaganza, baby. Trying to keep him from doing what he already done did, baby. He already done told all the church's business, boo. We already knew what it was. Because you be playing chess, Miss Mamas. Or I should say checkers. While everybody else be playing chess. Now, Larry, like I told y'all, he held on to this now. This is the third transgression. She already had them slid information to Wiley that she wasn't supposed to. First transgression. Then in her fallout with me, she was about to jump out the window and try to act like Larry had been misappropriating church funds and as if he had took up fake donations to go buy chains and watches and all of this shit and had everybody out here in social media questioning what Larry did with the donation money he raised for his litigation. Okay? Then the next morning, you try to create a narrative and weaponize another content creator And it's an insult to that content creator because she weaponized that content creator because she believed that that content creator was thirsty enough to run with whatever. That's what she thought about that content creator. She was looking for the gullible and looking for the naive and looking for the desperate and looking for the hungry. Luckily, I was able to interrupt the process and put Larry D on Reid. Okay? And have him go figure things out with that content creator. So, third offense. But let me tell you something. Larry is long suffering, baby, because even with all this, Larry was sitting back on his empath shit, on his, you know, she just broken, she just need love, she just need, you know, she just so used, you know, to the ghettos of Florida and Georgia, you know. He ain't say this, you know, I'm loosely creatively paraphrasing. Yeah, she just need love, you know, like a battered dog, you know. You just need, you know, patience, a little water, a little milk, you know, little titty. That's all, honey. You know, bring a bitch back to life. Frankenstein tease, okay? But he was side-eyeing the living fuck out of her. So at this point, the relationship was holding on with a thin thread, girl. Okay? Holding on loosely, girl. So, fast forward, Tasha K goes live on her app today. Okay? And she also posts to her Instagram. And she decides to put Bishop Whitehead, you guys know the infamous Bishop who was robbed live on live stream, had his chain yanked, his earring snatched. Allegedly, the robbers took over $1 million worth of jewelry, horse on their horse and carriage into the sunset with $1 million worth of jewelry, okay? And now he calls himself filing a frivolous lawsuit against Larry. Okay, so Tasha K decides to report on the lawsuit between Larry and Bishop Whitehead. And she captions her video, "Our two favorite men of the cloth have come to a point of what seems to be no return. Bishop Whitehead recently filed a $20 million lawsuit against my fellow YouTuber, Larry Reid. I would love to see the itemized receipt of the bishop's explanation to how Larry and company has cost him $20 million. While this is upsetting, it's not shocking. Though Larry's ministry has helped fund his baby mama's toting Hermes Birkins, if Whitehead's flock has helped him raise over $20 million in revenue, why was the tithes and offerings not used to get them out of that crawl space above the bar in Brooklyn? The two have had bad blood going back to when Larry Reid had hair. We don't have a dog in the fight, but we will keep them in prayer and leave the Baldy boys with these words of wisdom. Whomever believeth in him may not perish, but may have everlasting life." Tasha K knows all about who's perishing. That's for damn sure. But clock the shade in just the caption alone, girl, because we're going to get into the actual video as well, girl. She decides to insert, for whatever reason in here, that Larry has been using ministry money, that he's been misappropriating ministry money and buying his baby mama, Elisa Dunn, luxury purses and helping to supply her with a luxury lifestyle. And she connects this to his ministry. Now, we all know that Larry is a rich ass nigga. And he's rich outside of his virtual church. And Larry is very, very clear and solid in his finances, okay? Because he's not about to make the same mistakes that some of the bishop and some of the pastors that have come before him have made, okay? That ain't never what you're going to be able to expose about Larry, because he ain't built like that. But nonetheless, she salaciously, in a very slick-ass, reptilian-ass way, decides to connect and insert Larry's baby mama, ex-wife, to his spending of ministry funds. And then she just slides over it, because, see, that's what Tasha K does. She throws shit real quick and then moves along so that you don't catch it, but you catch it. Because she just be ready to jump out of the window. Okay? So Larry comments below, and this is after he tried to text her and question her about this very questionable ass post. And he says, that ain't even what I said, but I love you though. Nah. And let me share my screen, girl. Thumbs up, thumbs up. This commentary is almost 900 of y'all in the building. Okay? Hold on. Let me make sure, girl. Hold on. Let me make sure things is right, girl. Let me make sure the things is right, child. Okay, yeah, it's right, girl. Okay? Now, in her Instagram post, she took a clip from her Hot Topics and posted it on Instagram, girl. And you guys can roll over there and see it for yourself if you will. She calls herself covering the lawsuit, but then she randomly puts on her right signal and just runs off the exit ramp and decides to go into all of this ish about Larry's sexuality and about how she been windmilling for him. You know, telling everybody she's straight. I mean, that he's straight. And then she alleges that Larry contacts her himself and allegedly tells her not to tell people that he's straight because he has rolled a few dicks in his life. And she claims in this clip here that she's shocked. She's shocked. And she's like, well, I didn't think you was gay because, you know, being molested don't mean that you're gay. And this is what leads to Larry commenting in her comment section and being like, what the fuck are you talking about? Me and you never had this fucking conversation, and I never told you such. So I don't know what type of liquor you on today, Miss Mamas, but I love you. You have fun with that. And I guess I can let Larry tell y'all the rest because, well, he's here. Hi, Larry.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Loud, live, and in color. Welcome to the platform, Doctor.
Yeah, I had to wait till I get to the hotel room. Well, first, let me say thank you for always being conscious, because you always stick with the facts. And this is the reason why, or one of the reasons why I like your platform. All right, so that's there. Number two is this. You laid it out perfectly. You reminded me of stuff that I just forgave and just threw away. So thank you for that.
You're absolutely welcome.
When she posted what she posted yesterday, and I knew she went live talking about the whole thing. I mean, I don't mind that. I don't care what anybody has to say about the bishop that's dragging me to court. I don't even really care about questions about my sexuality. I've dealt with that my entire life. I don't care. I spell my name right. That's what I want you to do.
Serious.
I don't care. You come up with the most outrageous lie. Only two things. Don't accuse me of a crime. That's basically it. Don't accuse me of a crime against someone or surrounding Any crime, money, don't do that. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You can call me if you can lie, make up a full lie. I said or done something. I'm probably not gonna really care. But when it start involving something that can affect my business, then we have a problem. And the main thing that concerned me about what she said was me using ministry money.
Yes.
Personally. That's
Mm-hmm.
that can be embezzlement, that can be misappropriation of funds. There's so many things that the IRS call that when you're dealing with somebody that have a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
And I accept donations all the time on the behalf of the ministry. So to bring a question mark for the second time over me and money is a problem for me. It's the second time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a problem for me. And I can't help but think that this is on purpose.
Now before you get into that, I want you to walk us through the chain of events, because here I see that you commented on her post and you basically let her know that you ain't never.
I let her know through text first. I let her know through text first. She didn't respond, which is that ain't normally how that go. Usually if I text her or she texts me, we always respond back to each other like almost immediately. Because we walk around with our phones, so we connect to social media.
Yes. So you addressed it publicly, obviously.
Yeah, right. First I text her. I was like, what are you saying? Why you make this post? Ain't none of this true. Why you talking about my baby mama? The whole nine. She didn't say nothing. So then today.
So can you explain this next slide as well? This is her adding you and saying, what did I lie about? I'm confused. I don't care if you gay.
Okay.
You ain't my nigga. However, don't say I'm lying. Exclamation point.
That is weird to me because in the studio, actually, it reveals something because in that clip, I say clearly what I've said probably hundreds of times on my platform. I said I don't identify as gay, but I only said that much because I want people. I want people to make speculations about my sexuality. That's part of this business. And I told her that on the call. That is the reason why I said, Tasha, quit telling people that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said,
what you actually told her is that you don't have to defend that because I don't care if people are saying
exactly. Which I probably have said to you.
You have said it a billion times.
Because I am a businessman. I understand. I don't care about that. I want you to say that. I want you to say that.
That's petty controversy, but that's not incriminating controversy.
There you go. I can't do that money thing. I can't go with that. And I can't let it just go. You have to retract that. You have to take that back. I mean, at least I think you should, because you're saying something you don't have any evidence of at all. In fact, Lisa don't even have Birkins. Let me tell you how my mind worked all of this out. But this time it's totally different because I'm changing. I'm listening to.
Before you get there, can we go through one more slide before we get there?
Oh, let me tell you the order though. I text her first, then I made the comment, then she commented up under it, but they got the comments limited, so I couldn't respond back to her. So I deleted my comment. Then she done that story that tagged me saying I don't identify as a gay man, but I also said in that same clip what I have done with men and what they've done to me. I said to them, I put my pen in their mouth, they put the pen in my mouth, something like that. But it was a live video. It's still up on my page. So she took that clip as to prove what she said, but it actually disproves
which still disprove what she
what she said. But it also reveals something. That's what I was gonna say earlier. So I believe this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I believe she's homophobic.
Oh no, you don't got to believe that. That's clear. I mean,
because most people like that believe that if someone does something with the same sex willingly, then that makes them gay. It don't matter what they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's what my community, I'm saying, like, but right now, I'm going to jump between back and forth. That's what my community, the church community, my community, the black community, my community, the black straight male community.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Only
disrespect.
Black women have the luxury of having the same sex experience, still identifying as straight. But if a Black man has had a experience or experimented on any level, then he has to just automatically be gay and bisexual. Period. Point blank.
And that's not even scientific, and that's not even scientifically the truth. It's just not. So, but we do that in our world. We do that a whole lot. Yeah. And most homophobic people don't believe that, or most uneducated people don't believe that, or old school people, they don't believe that. And so I think that's why she think me saying what I said in that video validates what she is saying, but it doesn't. It only validates it to those who think like her.
Correct.
So I don't even care about that. I don't care about. But even in my exchange with her, because like I said, it was the text, then it was the post, then she responded to the post. I deleted because I couldn't respond to her. Then she made the story, tag me in it. Then she started to inbox me, and I sent you all.
And this is what we have here. So can you explain this? Because she says to you, why is it that you can report on me fair game, but when I report on you, I'm a liar? I saw your comment and saw you delete it. This is why I wanted to separate from you weeks ago, and I let you talk me out of it. This is the BS I'm talking about. You responded, I report on you. Respect.
Let's talk about that. That's because she's lying.
Okay.
That's not true. What you say the first thing she said now in that? I can't see it from my phone. Okay, I see you made it bigger.
Why is it that you can report on me fair game, but when I report on you, I'm a liar?
Okay, pause. So this is why I'm going to tell you earlier how my mind usually works, and you be you, Lisa, Maka, everybody puts and said, you better believe that this person is X, Y, Z. Because don't tell what my mind said. When she sent me that, my first mind was, that's it. She mad at me because I reported on her. And I did.
I don't think
hold on. I'm telling you what my first mind is. We all know how I am. My first mind was, she's upset because I reported on her, but she told me I could. I called her. Said, how you feel about me talking about the U and Cardi case? Oh no, everybody's talking about it. It don't matter. You say whatever you want to say. So, okay. Well,
even told me the same thing in front of everybody. Oh, I'll send you the transcripts and everything.
Yeah, she said, I want you to talk about it. And I said, no, I ain't gonna do it. No, Larry, do it. You talk about it. And so I did. But when I did, I kept it real. I said that I felt like she got obsessed with the Cardi story, and I explained how I got obsessed with that pastor in Atlanta. I said somebody was in my ear. And I said, and as a result, she just went too far. So that I think that made her upset, or maybe some other commentary, something I said. All I know, if you go through my platform, you're gonna have to do a lot of searching to find videos on Tasha K, because she's just not my topic. So when she made that statement,
can I answer the theory there?
Say it again.
Can I answer the theory here?
Yeah.
I don't believe that she remotely gave a damn, because she continued to nurture a relationship to you for months and months and months and months and months and months and months after you reported on that. Y'all even did shows together. She's hopped on your platform, vice versa, etc. Y'all have continued to build upon friendship.
I get all that, but I'm just telling you what.
No,
but first mind did, because my mind was trying to.
I get that. No, I understand
why.
that.
I was trying to understand why all of this. So
but
that was.
That's because, Larry, I don't think you fully believe that Tasha K is a narc. And because you don't really believe, because you aren't completely clear on that, my perspective is that she only brought that up to justify speaking in a salacious and defaming way about you. It's not that she actually was invested in you talking about her, because like you said, you got her permission to do so. You didn't talk about her without her being aware and without her greenlighting it. But she only is using that now to get you up off of her and to keep you from holding her accountable for the way that she's reporting on you. And the difference between what you said about her being obsessive, that is an opinion. Her saying that you're misappropriating funds and using those funds to provide a luxury life for your baby mama is literally a lie. That's the difference between both of those statements. But she was trying to get you up off of her by trying to guilt trip you into shutting up because you had made her a part of your commentary. But the difference she don't realize is the way in which you chose to go about speaking about her and the way that she went about speaking about you.
Which is what I said in that reply. But when I'm telling you, I agree with what you're saying. But my mind, because I'm programmed with optimism, and I'm not programmed, in spite of what everybody believes, I'm not programmed to think the negative. I'm not programmed to see, oh, you're a snake, you're a devil, or you're a narc. That's not how I'm programmed. I pay attention, and I always think the positive unless I see a pattern. That is the reason why I'm agreeing with you now. And I would like to publicly say that, that you were right.
Again, for the 100th time, can we put for the billionth time?
Hold on, you're not the only person to try to tell me, Cole.
I don't care about the other people. I just know that I have a consistent run in being correct prophetically.
That's just true. But Armand said the same thing. He said she was going to do me wrong, and it was going to be
okay. So let's pull on Armand wig a little bit because I got to, because you done ran right into it. Because people are saying that as well in the comment section, saying Armand tried to warn Larry, But the irony here is the irony here is that Armand, when he covered the whole breakdown between me, you, Tasha, and her employee, he took to his platform and said that he didn't feel bad for anybody because everybody should have known by now who Tasha K was. For one, I don't make objective judgments against people that I don't know personally until I do know them personally. I will make from afar judgments, but I will, if I get into proximity to somebody, I will afford them the opportunity to paint their own reality. I don't decide what their reality is based upon speculation or prior beefs. But the gag is that the platform that she took to, the friend who was going to weaponize these rumors against you and I, she called Armand Wiggins out to his face in front of thousands of people and told everybody how he still calls her to this day, even up until having the whole sit down with Storm Monroe and calling her for a review of the conversation. So while everybody is talking about Armand warned Larry and warned everybody about Tasha, why the hell is Armand Wiggins still in communication with Tasha K to this day?
Well, let me say this.
Why is he calling Tasha? No, because I was a mentee. Hold on, because I want to say this. I was a mentee in that dialogue. Now, when I was big upping him for his psychic abilities in tandem with the tarot, I was Consciouztv, and it was shout out Consciouztv, and it was big up to Consciouztv, and it was let everybody let Consciouztv know that I appreciate his review of my skills. But then when it came to the breakdown, I was the former mentee and the former mentee and the former mentee and the former mentee. And then he stood in all this glory as if he has seen something and perceived something, and then acted as if everybody else should have fell in formation while he's still cupcaking and pillow talking with Tasha K behind the scenes. So he was right about what exactly? About what was he right about? He's still cupcaking with the same person that he's out here trying to allegedly warn all of us about staying away from. So I just wanted to dead that shit. That please don't put that shit in my comment section no more, because I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because if you still cupcaking with a motherfucker who you acting like you out here beefing with times 10, then whatever you're saying is null and void. Null and void. And when she put his ass up against the wall in front of everybody, I ain't never heard Armand backpedal and pussy pop so hard and stutter and try to get his ass up out of that goddamn corner. He ain't had no choice but to eat it. And be like, no, Tasha. But it wasn't a review. It wasn't a review. I mean, he just had to eat it. And I'm just like, shook. I'm shook. Shook. So we can just leave that there. I just want to say, stop putting that shit in my chat. He didn't warn nobody about a motherfucking thing. He's still cupcaking with 27 piece, and it is what it is. Proceed, Mr. Larry.
All right. So I don't have nothing to say about any of that, but I will say that I just ain't had no. I haven't had the experience. Let me tell you why I was very slow with what you said about Tasha and what Armand said about Tasha. Probably if I had paid closer attention to whatever happened between her and Wiley and her and the other person, Lovely T, her and I don't know all those stories. And Storm, I wasn't following it. It was over the Christmas holidays, and I didn't really know who Tasha was when she fell out with Lovely T. After I found her and found Lovely T, then I found out all of that. So I don't even know about all of that. But what I will say is, I'm sort of like you, is you can tell me somebody's bad, but I hadn't had any experience prior to her sharing that information with Wiley that I told her came from Armand that he said was okay for her to know. That was my first experience with anything shady with her. So I've noted that mentally. And then the second thing was that whole money thing. I said, why would she even say that? And I asked her that. I said, let's suppose what you're saying is true. Why would you talk to the world about it before you talk to me about it?
Larry, is you there? Oh my God, I think we in the toilet, y'all. Hold on, Larry. The phone done fell off the hoverboard, girl. Hold on. No, you sound distant.
Hold
on, y'all. He trying to mobilize the hoverboard, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give him a minute, y'all. Thumbs up the video, bro. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
All right. Here we go.
I dropped my earpiece in the water.
I thought the enemy had you in the belly of the beast for a minute there, Pastor.
No, I dropped my earpiece in the water. So anyway, so I trusted what my experience was of her. So when
yes. Oh my God, baby! Somebody doing some baby. Somebody doing bitchcraft right now, baby. Somebody doing bitchcraft right now, baby. They done got an old nasty, angry ancestor to kick the phone out of the doctor's hand. Now they done got an old nasty ancestor guard to go on a revenge page, girl. Against the Wi-Fi lines and the goddamn phone towers and shit, girl. Y'all better start rebuking shit up in here. I told y'all this retrograde, girl. I told y'all retrograde is fucking with all the communications and things, girl. Somebody doing some old nasty, dark bitchcraft, girl. Doing the most. Girl, let me call my pastor. Hold on. Let me make sure he's still breathing, girl. Hold on. Let me just, hold on, girl. I might have to call 911, baby. Y'all know Larry old as hell. Hope he ain't stroke out of nothing, girl. Hold on. Ooh. Girl, don't make me call 911, girl, and send an old nasty first responder, because I will. I don't play, girl. When it comes to perceivable danger, bitch. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure the pastor is okay, girl, because when you talking around big meat like that, girl, okay, that's almost a... Hold on. Who's doing? Thumbs up, thumbs up, girl. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Up, there you go.
Sorry.
You all right, Pastor?
What was the last thing you heard me say?
I don't know what the last thing was, but I know I was about to call 911.
I'm sorry. I'm doing too many things at one time. But okay, let me get still. So
Okay.
So I trusted whatever my experience was of her, and just when
Yes.
those happen, them things happen back to back. I just earmarked it, and I just don't believe it's a consequence, a coincidence. Now, I just think this is just how she moves, and I don't understand it, and because of that, I'm just not gonna deal with her anymore. I mean, I don't need an exit conversation. I don't need a text. I don't need an inbox. I'm good. I don't hate her. I'm not gonna be on the internet dragging her. We can't deal because I think our values are different. Even how she looks at the
You have them, she doesn't.
how she looks at the LGBTQ community and how I look at it, we're not using the same lens. When it comes to how we deal with people in our relationships, we're not the same. I have a different ethics and value, and it just don't work. And so we're going to always end up in these type of situations the more that we would deal. So I just think we just shouldn't. And so I'm just not. I don't hate her.
Why do you think she's doing this? Do you believe that she's intentional about the things she's been doing? So I had brought up the situation with the other content creator and how she was trying to weaponize that content creator.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to speak to that to the people in your own words?
Well, I think what I'm saying is coming from the conversation with T-Pain and Armand on the phone. This is what I was trying to tell Tasha. And Armand was straight, because we ended up calling Armand with Tasha and T-Pain on the phone, which was funny because they're going back and forth. But Armand told Tasha, that wasn't Larry to say that. That one, I said that, and I explained that to her. And she was trying to say that I'm letting Armand poison me as relates to her. I said, first of all, I don't like that statement because nobody can poison me about anybody. I'm just not even that. You can't even influence my thinking like that. Number two is, why are you, because it was in that phone conversation where she began to say some things. I'm like, no, let me pull out of this and just pull away from her. So I don't know if it was intentional. However, I believe patterns, and this just 3 strikes you out. So once I see a pattern, at that moment, I believe the pattern over anything you say. And then I also I'm like, look at all these YouTube creators that have relationships and they all fell out with her. All the relationships in my life, most everybody around me, except for like 2 or 3 people, I've been knowing 20 years. So I'm not even, I don't even have that track record to just fall out with people. But it's the pattern with her. I'm not saying that makes her bad, but there is something wrong with how she fool ups and deals with people. Something goes wrong every single time.
Yeah,
And
she goes wrong every time.
It can't be everybody's fault. I know with this, I ain't never did nothing to her but good. And
You
even
saw that woman call me over to her platform and call me into her business and beg me to get in her business, and then got an attitude with me and ask somebody else to drop me from the platform. After you done begged me to come, you begged me. I ain't seeking you, boo. You seeking me.
I think that's because what you were saying wasn't favorable.
Well, nothing is as it relates to her name. So she should have been used to that. Ain't she calls herself creating a salacious brand, but you got an attitude about the salaciousness?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. So are you hurt by any of this? Like, I think people want to know how much were you emotionally invested in the so-called friendship that you and her were creating?
I think we're in the building stage still. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think we were still in the building stage. Um, I'm. Let me explain how I am, and I find that a lot of Aquariuses are like that. When I connect with people, I connect mentally. I don't connect emotionally. So after my engaging with them mentally and even metaphysically, but it takes a while of that dealing before it starts becoming an attachment, and I get emotional about it. So we hadn't got to that part.
Okay. So what does that mean about then for your mental? Is your mental sad about this? Is your mental, do you feel betrayed or?
No, I'm just disappointed because I like her. So I'm just disappointed in that. But life go on. And the reality is, conscious. If I be 100% transparent,
Yes.
I am going through this. This is a season in my life.
Yes.
I'm having to learn a lesson, a different kind of people lesson.
Yes.
And it is that I'm if I already know you, that's who I'm gonna deal with. If I don't know you, it's gonna stay professional and not personal. And with me and Tasha dealing, it was professional and a little personal. So at least that's how it was for me. I mean,
you are learning to resurrect those boundaries sooner and to discern a lot quicker. Because like a lot of empaths, you lead from your heart.
Yes, I will agree with that. But the emotional, I don't get emotional for me to way later on. I mean, I guess it is all my heart is involved, but it's not to where I'm crying or teary eyed at all and nothing. I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. All right, on to the next thing. Can't deal with that no more.
Almost like a nice pair of white shoes going bad. On to the next.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So, do you expect more retaliatory behavior from her going forward? What do you foresee?
I doubt it. I mean, she might get on her backup chair and say some stuff. I mean, but I'm not. It's not. It's not too much. It's not even. I don't. I think because of our audiences and where we work, it's not even profitable for me to go on my page to talk about her, or on her page for her to go on her page and talk about me. It's not that much profit in it, except for the views. I mean, so I don't foresee her doing that. Not on her main page. I mean, I don't see that.
So you want to be. So just to be clear, despite the fact that you have been sexually abused at the hand of other men, and according to you, there was a point where you willfully participated in an experience, but because you have willfully participated in an experience, that's how you able to be clear about what your orientation actually is.
And I'm gonna say something, and I've said it before. And I ain't gonna say it much because I'm still looking into it. I don't know if you know who you are and who you are not until you explore some.
And that's what you did.
Yeah, exactly. And as I sit right here, I know what I like. I know what I do not like. I know who I am and who I am not.
Amen.
Yeah.
A lot of women can relate. And to be clear,
I hope a lot of men can relate.
Well, they can, but secretly, they can relate.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And you and your finances and the way that you conduct business is going to never be in question. To also be clear about that as well, since that's the narrative she seems to be interested in trying to spin.
Which I don't understand that.
Jealousy. Envy, 1 million subscribers versus $1 million in the bank. I mean, y'all ain't the same. Y'all not the same. You know. Well, of course, she will come for your 1 million because it's a greater 1 million than her 1 million.
But you know, she has 1 million followers on YouTube now. So I don't have but like what 100.
And her videos average out to 50,000, 70,000 of views, despite having 1 million. I mean, we do that here with 34K.
I'm pretty, but she has influence. She has influence.
Influence well.
I mean, somewhere.
She don't have influence. She has people interested, but she ain't got no influence.
I believe she got some influence now.
Influence to do what?
She may not have as much influence as
because the word on the curb is even that coochie wash that she been promoting is now under fire by supporters who follow her promotion up, who have not received their product for months now, and that coochie wash made their coochie actually smell.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, here nor there.
That's not good.
They can go check the reviews.
But whenever I have that happen with somebody I bring in and bring before my people, I always have to jump in and correct. I got a situation like that now. I got to deal with it. Like,
do you want to take any calls or any questions?
I mean, real quick. I mean, because 150.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull y'all up one at a time. 60 seconds for y'all to make a statement and or to pose a question to the doctor. And then we're gonna let y'all go. StreamYard link. Moderators, if y'all are in the building, please rotate the link for people who have statements, child. Okay, the StreamYard link is there. Make sure you Can you encourage everybody to thumbs up the video, doctor? Because they always listen to you.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay. You're not influenced.
Okay, if you're watching and you absolutely love Conscious and you enjoy the conversation, I'm going to ask all of you guys. He's not even asking for money, but this likes and shares is like giving us hundreds of dollars. So please do that.
It's a close equivalent.
No, if you're doing the right thing on the back end, it is. Because it can take one. It can be one donor who say, "I love your platform," and send you $1,000.
No, like when you told them folk to donate $36 or whatever it was to my platform for my birthday, the way they had to shut down Cash App, almost.
But see, that's what I was saying earlier. I said, Tasha, if Tasha tell people to do something, they're gonna move. That's how you measure influence. But she may not have as much influence as me, but she got it. She got
a core audience like everybody has a core audience that's just gonna follow them anywhere.
Right, exactly. So there's influence.
But she clearly ain't got authority over 1 million people.
Oh no.
Okay, so nobody hitting the link. So I guess y'all satisfied with the rundown. Y'all satisfied with?
Yeah, it was great.
The sentiment here. So Larry, you're on record. You, as of right now, are completely done with Tasha. Is there anything that can happen that can allow y'all to put all this behind y'all at all? Any type of conversation, any type of apology, any type of amending that can happen?
No,
relationship.
No, let me give context. No, and let me tell you why. Because I'm very clear on where I'm at right now in my life and what's happening, and I have to let it happen. And I have this thing to hold on to people, even when patterns, even after. Yeah. I'm recognizing patterns, because if I'm close enough to the person, I'll recognize the pattern and put it to the side, and let them continue to manifest themselves and at my expense. And I'm not doing it no more. So although I love her enough and like her enough to have a conversation and we be cool, I'm not doing it to just train myself for the future that I know God is calling me to. I have got to be in the habit of when I recognize patterns, that 3 strikes, you out. I love you a lot, but I love myself.
And maybe shorten them to 2 this time around.
Well, and she's gonna be like the first, really but not the first person, like the second or third person in this season of my life I've done that. I have to start doing it. Once I see you manifest a certain way, I'm like, okay, I like you, I love you a lot, but
over there.
Yeah.
Over there. Okay, so we do have a viewer, Chocolate Earth. Welcome to the panel, love. Do you have a question for the doctor? Can you hear me, Chocolate Earth?
Hold on, I gotta close.
How y'all come up here ain't ready? Gotta close the curtain. Gotta pet the cat. Gotta turn the shower water off. Gotta take the pasta out of the pot.
Don't do that to me now.
I'm gonna hit the link. Fully unready. Only my people, baby. Only our people there. Why they do that?
You know what? Okay, I got you.
Oh my God, today.
Reid,
how you doing? I'm good.
I've heard a lot about you from Conscious. I have been able to catch a few of your shows as well.
We can't hear you, boo. It sounded muffled a little bit.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me better?
Is that better? It sounds like something is over your microphone, boo.
It's not. I'm prepared.
Yeah, baby. It's giving you in witness protection right now.
I'm trying to tell y'all the truth. That's why.
It's clearer now.
It sounds better, boo. Just push on through.
Yes. So I wanted to say quickly that I completely understand. I'm new to the YouTube space. I'm still a baby in the game. However, the hate runs deep no matter where human beings are. Like, that's just a given. I feel sad for people like her and those who feel it necessary to tear someone down to step up. You know what I mean? Especially with all that she's gone through. But sadly and unfortunately, we gravitate to and excuse my terminology, the fuckery that is YouTube. So it's like we don't even care anymore. We just want to throw anybody and everybody under the bus. We want to call each other friends, but we're not. You know, it's just really, really sad. So I commend you guys. I commend you for trying to do it with the factual information and being very clear and concise about where you stand. Those things matter, especially even if you were off the YouTube streets, even in the streets, it matters that you have integrity. And that's what I wanted to say to you, Mr. Reid.
Well, we did have to walk by faith and not by hearing to discern what you were saying, Chocolate Earth. But yes, beautiful sentiment.
Thank you very much. I also wanted to find out, yes, it's retrograde, so I'm about to be choosing finally.
I forgot about that.
Reid, I would love to work with you if you would give me just a moment of your time. That's all.
Larry, do you have an email where folk can get in contact with you about any business, any?
Well, the best thing to do, I do all my mentorship through my Patreon. So the best thing to do, because I don't have time to do one-on-one anymore. I haven't had time for one-on-one mentorship since 2019. So I haven't done it since 2019.
Oh, I apologize. You don't have to mentor me, I promise. You can just tell people to go to my channel because you that boss. And then when you get time for me, I'm cool.
Well, you know, I if you come into see, this is the thing. I used to do that, but that's not profitable. Because see, I have to check to make sure. I have to know what your channel is about. Have you found your niche? And is all your content around your niche? Because if your content is random, anybody I send to you from my word is not going to stay, because they're used to a YouTuber who is producing content around their niche, and they go to them to get what they can't get nowhere else. So that's why I was saying get on my Patreon, because see, I mentor and coach from there. And people come and ask me questions, and then I point them in the right direction. That way you can get the most out of a relationship with me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I will. Do you have, is there like Is it just Larry Reid Live or?
Yes, it's patreon.com/Larry Reid Live.
Okay,
And
sir.
I will have all the info posted in the description box as well, boo.
Thank you so much.
All right,
right.
thank you for coming up, love.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Bye.
That was Chakra Foundation, you guys. Okay, we want to bring up my boo Anya. We got Keep It Cute, and we got Reezy in the background. Anya, welcome to the platform, love. Questions or comments?
Hey, Conscious. Hey, Larry.
Hey.
Shout out to both platforms on Patreon. I'll be in the bushes, but I'm definitely subscribed.
Yeah.
But as always, I'm very appreciative of Larry. Honestly, I commend you on how you're moving with this Tasha thing. You know, it don't even have to be ugly, no retaliation. Sometimes you just gotta just cut the head off, you know, and keep it pushing. And I definitely get it. To me, Conscious Tasha is like it's like she has to keep drama going on, like create like this little content in between the big stories to keep some type of relevancy or whatever, because her ego won't allow her to just like keep good energy. Like she's toxic, you know, and you just gotta call a spade a spade. But I just wanted to just tell Larry big ups on how you handling the situation. We have to understand everybody have to move in their own time, at their own pace, their own way. So although others may have seen it, he has to experience it for himself or whatever. And I think that is always the best way to do it,
Just like
because
everybody did, just like Armand had to, just
yeah,
like Daytime Tea Time and anybody else that has been in a relationship, because Tasha had drama going on before even all of those people had relationship to her, but yet they still chose to be in relationship to her and to give her some type of opportunity. Except we really didn't lose as much. I mean, she wasn't my mentor to begin with, and she wasn't my damn friend. So it was nothing to see her come, and it was damn sure nothing for me to see her ass go. Well, I'm the one who damn left, so.
But I'm
Yeah.
just saying that sometimes we can't always go based upon other people's experience,
And
because
won't.
you know that's not going to
Let's keep
always.
it in mind, but
Yeah,
ultimately, you allow people I mean, unless they're known for something super egregious, but just being a petty, immature motherfucker, that either is gonna be the case or not gonna be the case. So, you give people their fair shot, and
yeah.
it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
But y'all keep y'all heads up, keep pushing and doing what y'all doing. Greater, 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 greater is coming. It's already here knocking at the door.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I appreciate you, love.
And I hope that everybody like will maybe take a page out of my book. This part of it, it don't have to be ugly. I mean, when you realize something about somebody, and it's your experience with them, and let me say this as well. What I'm talking about is my experience with her. I can't speak for nobody else. And so for me, I don't understand how she moved. I don't understand why she's saying the things she said. I don't know how come she couldn't hear what I said versus her version of it. So I don't need to have a relationship with nobody like that. It can, at some point in time, that can cost me money. And
Yeah, you got a hearing and a comprehension issue. You got to pick a struggle.
That I can't deal with that. And so,
Thank you, love.
All right, don't drop it
Mm-hmm. We got one more, which is Reese Marie. Hey, Reese, welcome to the platform.
Hey.
Hi. Statements or questions for the doctor?
Well, he kind of answered a little bit of my question. I was wondering, what is really the problem? Why is she attacking people that's been in her corner? I don't understand it either. And I know once CTV get pissed off at somebody, you in trouble. And I know y'all been talking about Mercury being in retrograde and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, Reese. Have you ever thought about working as a phone sex operator?
No.
Okay, well, you might got a calling on your life, honey. If you didn't know, I'm just letting you know. That might be a little nasty piece of side hustle for you that you can be real successful at. It might be real lucrative and things for you. But go ahead, darling.
Okay, thanks. Oh, that was hilarious. But yeah, I know CTV, y'all been talking about Mercury being in retrograde, and I was just trying to figure out what's the main reason why she flying off the handle on people. Like, she say she see a therapist, but with all this going on, I can't tell what's really going on with her. And I love all three of y'all, and I really hate to see all of this happening.
Well, let me say this to you. You can still love all three of us. My experience is my experience. Conscious experience is conscious experience. Tasha's entertaining and she is funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to say this. And I hate to say it, but I believe how you are in your personal life, it shows up in your work. And how you are in your work, I believe that's how you are in your personal life. So in my experience with her not being able to be to me what I've been to her, that's all you got to be. Um, then I just wonder how's that. I mean, I don't know how this can go. And most people I know that are like that, they only can deal with probably their spouse and whoever they can have control over. And I don't think I'm just not gonna continue a relationship with her at all, professionally or personally.
Mm.
So I don't hate her, but I'm just not gonna do that. But you can love all three of us and then be entertained by a platform.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even me, like, I never encourage anybody to unsubscribe. I don't follow. I mean, people can do what they want to do. I'm just here putting the stuff around my name to rest.
Yeah, I was listening to you yesterday, and I was like, man, what she do to CTV now?
Yes.
And I was
Yep.
like, well, busted. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Some people
It,
just don't know how to let well enough be well enough. So, it'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. But somebody does have a question. Boutique says, Larry, I don't know. Well, are you aware that she reached out to your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or something of that nature?
That would be
I
that
haven't heard that, but
that would be a complete lie.
it would be, because she would be left on red if that was. So all she must have did was reach out.
Listen, if she reached out to Lisa, do you know what I've been telling Lisa because she saw the post. I said, don't say nothing. I've been telling everybody around me, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because that was just reaching out to Lisa is like reaching out to the worst side of me when you done did me wrong.
Amen.
Because
yeah, that's Mama Bear right there.
yeah, she know me. I'm the father of her children. She know me better than everybody, and has known me
Hmm.
longer than everybody. So what you gonna come and that she pissed.
Yeah.
And Lisa is also very clear about the fact that she's not only called to evangelize love, but she's called to put her hands and feet on bitches' asses.
Yeah, I mean, and see, my kids are on social media, every part of social media, so they see all of this. They've talked to me about. They saw it, so they say something about it. Then why Miss Tasha say that about you?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it. I'm like, you know, the dynamics that you all had prior was beautiful. I really, you know, loved it. And I was like, man, what's really going on
Yeah, she
with
messed that up.
her?
Yeah, that's her. It's on her. And then the story that she posted proves. I'm like, why did you choose this clip? This clip disproves what you're suggesting in the tape. And then in the inbox, conscious, I sent them to you. I actually sent it to Storm and Armand and Wiley. I think you should post that in your for your patrons to read, so they can read it slow, line by line. And let's see, in that exchange, she was saying stuff that I didn't even come close to saying to her. I'm like, what? I said, I said, now, is she typing this out just so if it's screenshot, she can put
Yes.
more C's of falsities?
Yes.
I said, that gotta be what it is. Because I couldn't understand. Like, what are you saying? You see me respond like, what are you saying? And why? And what's so fun is that phone conversation that day she called me. I would get massage, so my phone was on speaker. And the person that does my massage I've known for years. And they were like, because then when I saw this, when I saw I was getting a massage this time, they said, wait. And she talking about that phone conversation y'all had. I said, yep. That ain't what you said. I said, I know.
Could this all have been handled with a phone call instead of playing out on social media?
There was no
So
phone
what would
call.
have happened, Larry?
But there was
If
no
you
phone call. I was blindsided.
no,
That's
but
what
what
I'm
would have happened?
saying. Like, could there have been whatever issue she having? Why couldn't she just call you instead of coming on?
Because it wasn't a legitimate issue. It wasn't a legitimate issue.
Yeah,
It was
but
nothing.
I
It
would
was
like to know
nothing.
what the issue would be.
Mhm. It wouldn't be a legitimate one. She knew she would have sounded crazy if she would have called Larry after that whole showdown and said, "Larry, you really hurt my feelings by putting Olga and what she told you about me on blast and da 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 da." Because the only logical response from Larry would have been, "I can't let you put out false information about me, and just because defending myself would put you on blast." Because
No. I told her this. I said, I can't let you say something like that concerning money. And I'm the front man for the ministry that
Oh
receives
yeah.
people tithe, offering, and donations. I said, you
that's why
can't.
she's saying. That's why she's saying those things exactly.
And see, that's how come I think she
Mhm.
said what she said this time about the purses. Now, one side of me was thinking maybe she's trying to be funny. But why you been funny like
But
that
that's the
about?
second time.
And another thing I didn't like, to my our two favorite pastors, and like putting me beside someone who
Hmm.
has been arrested for being a fraud.
Hmm.
Why are you doing? That's not making any sense to me. So
Hmm.
are you trying to bring question mark over my head?
Well, if that's the case, why? Is she underlyingly mad at you about something and they told you?
Yes,
Well,
she is.
there's a few things she could be mad at me about. Number one, um, I was not I did not follow through with something that and I've been careful because I said I wouldn't tell nobody, but I have to say this part of it. We were supposed to partner in doing something that is her idea, which I thought and still think is an excellent idea. But in order to do it, she was going to need me to financially buy in. And when
Mm.
I went to my lawyer for the paperwork to do it, my lawyer told me, do not connect your brand to her brand because your brand stands in reporting integrity. Said her brand does not. So you cannot have your brand name and her brand name beside you. Said I will not advise. I said now I'll do this contract between you and her and keep you studios. It said, but I'm advising you not to do it. So while I was thinking about finding a way to tell her about this, that's when first, second thing happened, and now this third thing. But between there, she told me she got funding from somewhere else. So I'm like, oh well, there ain't no need for me to even tell her what my lawyer was saying.
So why would she be upset about that then? It may like it's
Because we were
Yeah.
supposed, because I was supposed to get back with her on it quick, and I didn't. So she went to somebody else.
Harry. Yes.
Well, I mean, she this mad about it?
I mean, we weren't talking about $50,000.
But she got the funding anyway, so there's nothing for her to be mad about. I mean, she got it done anyway.
No, this was
Well,
some
it
money.
it also could
I
be
know, but I'm
like it.
saying if she got the money anyway, why would she be mad about the money? I mean, she got the money anyway.
But I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
not the money then. Maybe it's because, like you were
I don't
saying earlier,
understand.
She wanted me to be a partner with it because she
the
hasn't done
influence.
yet. She hasn't produced nothing but just her show. So this is something that she was producing in the world of digital content, which I have done a few shows. You know, I've actually been in productions on real sets. So she wanted, you know, my brain and my money.
Well, with you being connected to the project, your influence would come as well.
Exactly.
My whole thing is Tasha K immediately went into scheming and scamming the morning after the whole showdown, the night before. So why would any of her behavior up to this point be connected to anything prior to that showdown when her all of the other attacks started forming the morning of? The morning of.
Well, let me give you the timeline. The timeline is this. The thing with Wiley happened when she sent the thing to Wiley. She approached me about the money thing after that. Then the thing happened with um what's that thing? The second thing was with the when you and her got into it.
And that's and the next morning is when the plot for the other content creator to go live and all of that played. And then it's been shady since.
Yeah, but that's all right after. I mean, because literally before that stuff happened with you and her, we had just talked. It hadn't been 2 weeks since we made the preliminary for making that deal.
Understand? So that's a long time. But she went immediately into scandal mode the morning after, the day after we all got into it.
Right. And she
the morning after. It wasn't even like 2 weeks later. It wasn't a month later. Literally less than 24 hours.
No, but what I'm telling you is, we had the conversation about the money, and I had took 2 weeks to get back to her. Then that happened.
Understand?
Remember when I told you when that happened? I said it's a good thing I didn't go through with what we were going through with. You said, "What is?" I said, "I can't tell you."
Well, she angry.
And I still ain't telling y'all. And see, I still ain't telling y'all.
Larry, Tasha K was so embarrassed that night. She literally cried on the live with you. She literally acted a calm, emotional fool. And you got to remember, when I went live after y'all live again, she kept calling and texting my phone, trying to do damage control, and I kept sending her voicemail.
Oh, I remember that.
So she wasn't able to recover, and she wasn't able to whatever, and she just got sunned by me. And then you didn't have her back in her eyes because you doubled down on the truth that I gagged her about as it relates to the Olga situation.
Yeah, I couldn't. You keep saying Olga. It's Olga.
I'm saying Olga for all intents and purposes. There's a reason why I'm saying, because I don't know who y'all talking about. I don't know this Olga. I know Olga. I'm saying that for a reason. Okay, so I know who y'all talking about. I'm talking about Olga. That's who name need to be on the paperwork. It's Olga. That's who I'm talking about. But I'm just saying that how can that all not be connected to the night before? Because do y'all know what narcissistic rage is? Because I just want to go over that.
That's what I'm thinking is going on.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all are not really understand. I just want to give a real quick synopsis, real quick. Let me share my screen real quick. I need to put this in total context because this is the only thing that's going on. Okay. Narcissistic rage, you guys. This has come from verymind.com. Narcissistic rage is a term that was first coined by author Hen Kohut in 1972 to refer to the tendency for people with narcissistic personality disorder to fly into rage with what might seem to be the slightest a provocation or no obvious provocation at all. People with narcissistic personality disorder require that others give them consistent admiration and positive feedback. When this doesn't happen, it can elicit underlying feelings of shame that trigger an instant angry response and lashing out without care for how it impacts Larry, the recipient. It is the narcissist's thin skin and sensitivity that leads to this rage because of a deep-seated fear of being found out for not being the person they portray themselves to be. Are you wondering if someone you might know may be exhibiting signs of narcissistic rage? Or are you somewhat aware that you may have this tendency yourself? If you're not sure, take a look at this list of signs and symptoms of narcissistic rage. While it might feel as though the attack is calculated, most often narcissistic rage is reactive in nature. An episode of narcissistic rage derives from a threat to a person's sense of self and is characterized by intense anger. In a relationship, for example, this could manifest in physical or verbal abuse, manipulation, or passive aggressive behavior. Narcissistic rage is different from other forms of anger in that narcissistic rage is disproportionate to the perceived slight. It's as though the person has a hair trigger response. It's completely out of proportion to what provoked it and often takes the other person by surprise. AKA Larry has used that word 11 times as it relates to describing Tasha K's behavior. Surprise. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Narcissistic rage can be active or passive with corresponding outward or inward signs of the problem. Below are the signs and symptoms to watch out for. Bouts of rage when not given the attention they feel deserve, screaming and yelling, angry or explosive outbursts, intense anger, sudden fits of anger, becoming verbally or physically aggressive, inability to control the rage, intentionally trying to inflict pain, whether that be physical or emotional, on others. Inward signs: passive aggression, giving the silent treatment, withdrawing or being aloof, avoiding someone, hidden resentment, neglecting to do things, using sarcasm to cut people down, righteous indignation, a sense of entitlement, becoming hostile or bitter, cutting people off as a means to protect their self-esteem, disassociation or feeling disconnected from reality. It's interesting that in the exchange you had with her, Larry, that she stated that she wanted to distance herself from you weeks ago. And what she's talking about is that infamous event between us all weeks ago. She literally said it to you that after that whole incident, she wanted to disconnect, but she said you talked her out of it.
But see, that's not true. If she had said to me she wants to cut off and no one deal with me, I would have been, well, okay, first of all, I don't gain anything from the relationship.
Except the headache.
I mean, just the reality to laugh and cut up. That's it. Other than that, there's no financial, professional gain. So I wouldn't mind if she wanted to cut off. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
So we got the explanation of the behavior, but what is the remedy?
Is to leave her motherfucking ass alone.
And with a narcissist, if we're going to accept this who she is, you ignore. They can't stand that.
So then there's no getting better for her. I mean, there's no
Of
remedy for
course,
her
as
personally.
long as she got breath, she can change her behavior. I mean, I believe that. But
You think it's got more to do with her self-esteem deep
I mean,
down?
she has been through a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
she and that sit down with me that me and her did on her platform with Kurt Franklin. We slipped into a conversation talking about Kurt Franklin and his son. She started to share about her upbringing and her mom and stuff. I think all of that plays a part. We all a product of where we come from. So my thing is, I'm not going to be a part of the healing or process or whatever.
Amen.
I'm just
you already tried to do that by simply just being her friend, and
I'm not doing that.
Being good to her.
I'm saving myself, which I normally never do. But 2022, age 44, something has turned on, and I'm totally changing my ways.
So to your question, Reese, unfortunately, less than 1% of narcs even get help, and less than that percent of them that do seek help do not sustain lifelong treatment, which is what it would take. A narcissist cannot cure up their condition. They can only be held accountable for it. So they have to commit to therapy for the rest of their life in order for that accountability to be there. They can't transcend it. I mean, unless, to Larry's point, you know, you have something close to a damn near-death experience or some damn DMT ayahuasca experience that just shocks the brain, that recalibrates the soul, but that doesn't typically happen. But normally, so let's go with less than 1% of narcs even seeking treatment. Yeah, unfortunately. And the sad part about it is, Tasha, it has been in therapy. Her therapist, according to her, Mr. Ernest, I mean, obviously she's even narcissistically manipulating him. So it's clearly
That's
not
what
working.
I was
It's clearly
saying.
not
She got a
helping.
therapist. Could there
Yeah.
be something spiritual going on, some type of stronghold or something?
Well, if you look at the underlying issue, if you look at the underlying issues of narcissism, the issue narcissism typically is birthed out of deep-rooted abandonment issues. It can be birthed out of emotional neglect, abandonment. Tasha K was raised up poor, impoverished. She was sexually abused. So
And sexually.
yeah, that's what I said. Sexually abused, and so so when you so there's a lot of undealt with, unhealed trauma that's vibrating down and up in there. So homegirl would just have to really take an honest look at herself and really understand the injury that she's causing on herself and the people around her, and then commit herself to lifelong treatment. But yeah, the stronghold typically comes from the trauma. The trauma opens up the stronghold, and then a person has to really want it in order to be free or to manage their condition. And Tasha does not seem to be remotely interested in that.
Well, I want to say this, and then I gotta go because I gotta get up in the
I
morning.
do too.
Is thank you, Conscious, so much for everybody in the chat. What's send Conscious at least $5. I mean, Conscious always tells the truth, even if I don't like it, and he receives it that way. I'm talking about. I know what y'all see on camera, but I'm talking about even behind the scene. And just thank you for being fair and looking at and knowing what a fact is and what the truth is and the receipt is, and just knowing the difference. I mean, because
Thank you for that.
and
the catch up is on the screen. I want to ask you this question too before you go, Doctor. Some people were saying that Tasha is jealous of me and your connection. Obviously, she's tried to have this connection with plenty of people in her own life. All of her ex-mentees, it did not work out. Considering how much Tasha interrogated you about you and I, do you think there is some type of inferiority or some type of jealousy or envy there?
I totally forgot about that because that was why she called me, because she called me because you need to go get your mentee.
She sick the boss man on me.
Yeah.
She called boss man.
But in all honesty, I
find it hard to questioning you, honey. She was just like, "Why you love him and you don't even know him?"
Yeah, that is what she said.
Mean, I was just like, "What?
Say that.
Are you okay?"
Yeah, I told her I do know him. I said I haven't met him face to face, but I know him, and I'm gonna fix that too. By the end of the month, I'm flying you wherever I'm at. So we're gonna make the truth. We're gonna make the truth out of that lie.
Larry,
well, you know, she had the opportunity to talk to you and be close to you and build a relationship. She could have,
we did.
Yeah, been close with you, like. Yeah,
we
this
did.
is just so unfortunate.
But I don't think a happily married woman like she is can be jealous of two people having a relationship. It's possible.
Yes, they can.
It's possible.
Anybody can be jealous of anybody else's relationship.
But I don't.
It ain't gotta be in no sexual way or no romantic way. But
I mean, yeah, I got that. But
if you see that, if you perceive that somebody has someone in their life who has influence and somebody who that person protects and somebody who that person clearly values and cherishes, and you're either striving for that, but you have insecurities yourself, yeah, you can feel inferior. You can feel
Hey, that's possible.
jealous and feel whatever. And considering the fact that, once again, all of these people, the mentees and the mentors, are watching me and you actually successfully do something that none of them have managed to be successful at.
But you know what it is? Conscious. And God, I got to go.
Yes.
What I know is this.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, me and you both had a lot of trauma, and we've done a lot of work. We met in the light. We didn't meet in darkness.
Right.
We didn't meet because of us talking about topics. I looked at a video you had that probably had less than 1,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
It was on spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
That was how we connected. Our connection was spirituality. So I think we met because our vibrations harmonized.
For sure.
Because we're both in the honesty and integrity of our work, and we're also in the work of the soul.
And we
So
cut from the same cloth.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what that was. So
Kindred
if you're trying to have, although we may be look totally opposite, and you're a Buddhist and I'm a Christian,
I'm a Buddhist Christian.
So but it works.
I'm both-handed.
But it's because I think the reason why those relationships may have broken down is because, well, now it looks like it's big.
Because they were superficial, materialistic, and egoic on the surface, and it's always going to collapse. The universe going to collapse that shit until people get spiritual about it and get in their heart about it and get in a energetic wealth about it. But as long as it's plastic and it's surface, typically it's going to be problems. It got to be deeper than that for it to be functional, healthy, and beneficial for both parties.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Okay, I got to go.
All right, good night, doctor. Thank you for the exclusive, and thank you for waking up and smelling the Folgers in your cup. I'm so excited for you.
All right, see you. And
thank you for my $1,300 new MacBook that you purchased for your mentee that I'm going to be doing an epic review on as well.
Did you have to call out?
Yes, because I know that this is why the girls be pressed, and this is why the girls be feeling envious, and this is why the girls, are feeling a certain kind of way, because you just treat me so well, and they have no idea what type of black boy, black girl, black gay magic I done conjured up to just be successful at this. But I just be trying to put them on game and let them know that you can manifest this too. Just take heed. Ain't no need to be jealous and pressed and inferior, child.
Okay. Gotcha. See, you always creating stuff. That's why they start all them lies.
I never get to be shaded. Everybody else get to be shaded. Everybody else get to send subs. Everybody else get to do the subliminals. And I always got to take the higher road and walk on water and do divine healing and give hype to the blind. Why I can't be petty sometimes?
Yeah, it was a gift. You didn't ask me for it.
I send shots, send them back, or flee the scene.
No, you were just saying you wanted to do something, and I said, "Oh, what is that?" And you didn't even know I was ordering it while you was talking about it. But that's just
And that
me.
is, I mean,
you know me.
I mean, but Larry, that's this. Yeah, I don't know how to describe stuff like that. I'm not even used to.
But I bet you do. I bet you do people like that though.
That's why I was shook, because I'm not really the one ever on the receipt. I'm the one who be doing the giving and the protecting. So to have the universe pull the reverse Uno, it was a lot to deal with. I'm still recovering. I'm still crying. In gratitude and appreciation for it. And I thank you. And I think, and this is why I stand behind. Well, I think that mentorship is necessary, and I think that just having community is really important, in tandem with individuality, that we definitely need both. And I just really appreciate you, and I hope that despite Tasha K's terrible epic fail at being a mentor, that it don't dissuade other people who have made it across the valley to be communal. And I just hope that what you're doing sets a precedent. And I know that you have other mentees, even though I am the favorite and I am the #1 mentee. But you know, y'all get into that Patreon. Larry is a full circle human being. You gotta get connected and plugged into this, man. So I thank you, and thank you for the exclusive, and thank you for blessing the platform. Do you want to tell the folks where they can find you before you?
Yeah, I mean, Larry, and I say this humbly and thankfully. You can just speak into your Alexa, you can speak into wherever you want to speak into and just say my name. And it'll lead you to where I am, or type in Google or anywhere. Just Larry Reid Live or Larry D. Reid. It's everywhere.
Hey, man. I'm gonna have all of Larry's information in the description box, you guys. Go chop on some turkey. I'll text you.
Okay.
And a few, Larry. Appreciate you and love you to death. That was Larry Reid, you guys. Do I need to open? Do y'all have any more questions before we get out of here? Do I need to open up the link? We already been here almost 2.5 hours, honey. Do I need to open up the link? Okay. And somebody was saying that they found a duplicate Cash App. It's only 1V. Consciouztv, 1V on the end, 1V on C. CONSIOUZ TV. Okay. So that's that. Okay. I want to shout out my supporters and everybody. Thumbs up this video, girl. And you know, we're just gonna keep speaking the truth and shaming the motherfucking devil, child. Because I'm telling you, it's a lot of bald-headed whole shit. Man, y'all don't be on the half of it, baby. Y'all don't be knowing the half of it, girl. Y'all don't be knowing the half of it. Oh my God! Wait a damn minute. God damn! Hold on, girl. I didn't know y'all was fucking the Cash App like this. How doing? My phone about to die. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Latoya, Michelle, Kathy, Deanna, Lisa, Kendra. Thank you all so much for your Cash Apps. Oh my God. God bless you all. God bless you all. Oh my God. You guys gonna make me cry. See, this is why I work for y'all, girl. That's why I come up here and bust my ass for y'all, girl. Okay. I love you all. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna get out of here. Give me some rest. I'm coming back to you guys loud, live, and in color. Later on today, we got things upon things to get into, boo. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Stay woke out here in these streets, okay? Be with your third eye. The next 3 weeks are going to be absolutely catastrophic. There's going to be a lot of schemes and scams from hell, honey. Retrograde is retrograding. This is the last retrograde of the year. So this bitch is trying to make history, y'all, okay? So please be diligent. Please be self-aware. Please be mindful of your electronics. This is not the time to be reckless when it comes to your phone, your tablets, your laptops, any type of technological device, your car, anything that needs repairing. If you have the opportunity to repair it now. It will break during retrograde. If that AC is holding on for dear life, if that water heater is holding on for dear life, if the patches on them spare tires, girl, holding on for dear life, anything that's holding on, girl, if that relationship, if that dick appointment, girl, if that is complicated ass relationship is holding on for dear life, it's going to implode, okay? So just go ahead and make the provisions you need to get ahead of it, because retrograde fucks up all that shit in order to get us on our square, okay? So be very prepped, be very aware, and stay prayed up out here. I love you guys, and I will check you guys later on in the evening. Peace.